What's quack-a-lacking, guys? I'm a Duck Quack here, and welcome back to another investment video around the player of the month for February. Now today the shortlist got announced and we've got our final 6 contenders. So what we're going to do in this video is have a look at them, see where the potential for investments lies, have a look at what squad builder challenges could be released for them, and then based on who you believe is going to win, you should start investing in them. Now the first 2 players we're going to look at are going to be David Silva and Jakupovic. Now I'm not going to go into any detail at all with these guys, and the reasoning is I just can't see them winning it. David Silva, although he had a fantastic month, didn't rack up the goals and assists required to compete with the other contenders. It's the same sort of logic with Jakupovic. Up till the last game he was really one of my favourites, but not being able to keep a clean sheet just isn't going to be enough from a goalkeeper. The first player we're going to look at in a little bit more depth is going to be Gabriel Jesus. So he only played 2 games in the month, and that puts me off a little bit. But a lot of people still like him. If we're investing here, we want to be looking at Manchester City players and Brazilian players. Now these are the obvious choices. EA always seem to do the club and the country, so that makes it so simple to predict. If we're looking at the other challenges though, he hasn't got any previous teams in this FIFA. So we're going to be looking at his previous matches for the month, which would give us Bournemouth, Swansea and West Ham. My worry with this is that it's not going to provide a big enough cost for him. He's going to have to be about 200,000, maybe 300,000 coins, just because the demand for his card, if it's 84 rated, would be massive. Now we could look at maybe title contenders for Man City or upcoming matches, but the upcoming matches puts me off as well because he's not going to be a part of them, and the squad builder challenge should be based around him. The second player we're going to look at is going to be Harry Kane. Now Harry Kane had a bit of a weird month. One great game with 3 goals, one game with only a penalty that he didn't even win, and one game where he was basically invisible. But still, a lot of people think he's going to win, and he has a chance. He is nominated after all. Now, if you're looking at Harry Kane, it's the obvious same logic to start with. An English team and a Tottenham team. We've already seen this done once with Son, and we had the English team with the likes of Dele Alli and with Sterling. It's a pattern that EA keep repeating, so there's no reason to expect it won't crop up again. If we're looking into a bit more depth with him, obviously we've got the same logic with Gabriel Jesus, that it could be the past teams he's played against, the teams he's coming up against, title contenders, it could be anything within the league. But a safer bet is to look at the teams he's played for previously. So before he came to Tottenham, his youth career was all over the place. I can't imagine them looking at his youth career, so we're just going to base it around his senior career. So he's been at Tottenham for the whole of his senior career, but he has been loaned out a few times. The first club he went to was Leyton Orient, where he only made 18 appearances. Then he went on to Millwall, only making 22 appearances. He then had a very brief spell at Norwich. He only made 3 appearances here. And then he also played for Leicester, where he racked up 13 appearances. Now we've seen EA use previous clubs multiple times, so this is definitely something you'd want to consider if Harry Kane is your choice for player of the month. We then move on to Lukaku. Now this is most people's favourites. There is a lot of hype about him, and whether you think he's going to win it or not, the prices around these cards are already starting to rise. So if you do plan on investing, you want to get in very, very quick and be very, very careful. Now again, we're going to use the same logic. It's going to be an Everton team and a Belgium team most likely. It's the same principle again. As it was for Hazard with the Belgium team, I can't see them changing that. If we have a little look at his senior career though, the first club he played for was Anderlecht. So, Anderlecht team, probably one of the best possible ratings, is a possibility that could be required. We also have a little look at his next club, which was Chelsea. Now Chelsea would provide the high rating requirement that you need if you were going to get the huge Lukaku card. This is why I can see this one as fairly likely to be included, which makes players like Courtois such a great buy, provided you can get him at the right price and he isn't already super inflated. During his time at Chelsea, he had 2 loan spells. One of them was at Everton, which he later moved to obviously, but the second one was at West Brom. Now he only made 35 appearances for them. Well, that's almost a season. That's quite a lot of appearances to make. So West Brom definitely could be included in this. Possibly a half Chelsea, half West Brom team. But if you're looking at investing in him, those seem like the obvious options, potentially tied again with some sort of Premier League, upcoming matches, past matches, title contender, whatever EA choose to use. Now, the final player we're going to look at, and my personal favourite, is going to be Macaulay. Now, Macaulay had one hell of a month. He racked up a couple of goals, had solid performances in every game, and helped West Brom onto a fantastic month. Now, if you're like me and you believe that Macaulay's going to win, then we want to be investing in players already. So, if we start at the start, Macaulay's last few clubs that are in FIFA, we've got Leicester City. Now, Leicester City is definitely a team that could be included in this. We could get a decent rated squad from this that isn't going to be too expensive because Macaulay's card isn't going to be too high rated or in huge demand, but it would also give enough variety. We've also got Ipswich, where he played for 2 seasons, 115 games, so he was there for quite a while. Again, this could be similar to the MK Dons challenge, where you need a League One team of certain rating with 1 or 2 Ipswich players. The benefit is I can't see it being quite as intense and expensive because he's not going to be in as high demand as Ali was, but picking up Ipswich players for discard value isn't going to hurt. Then we move on to obviously his club at the moment, which is West Brom, and his nationality, which is Northern Ireland. The same obvious choices. We've also got his past opponents, upcoming opponents, all the same on Malarkey, but it's too hard to predict with those, so if you're playing it safe, the ones I've listed here are probably the smartest approaches. Now we're just going to have a little look at what happens if we start crossing these over. So, for example, I think Macaulay's going to win. He's from Northern Ireland, so I've picked up loads of Northern Ireland players. We've got St. Patrick's Day coming up, which is a huge Irish event. Now, yes, Irish players might be used, but so might Northern Ireland players. So this investment covers 2 categories with just 1 card. That's the kind of investments I like. We've got the same principle if you're looking at Lukaku and Macaulay. He's at West Brom at the moment. Lukaku was at West Brom. Again, we potentially cover 2 different angles from just 1 investment. When you are picking up players, if you can cover more than 1 angle and give yourself better odds at being successful, then it's even better. It's the same with players like Chadley from West Brom. He's Belgium. He could potentially be used in the Belgium SBC for Lukaku. And it goes all the way back to the likes of Harry Kane. He's got Leicester here. So is Macaulay. He's got Leicester. When you're investing, be smart. Use your brain. Get the biggest potential from your money from the just 1 card. So guys, we've looked at all the players. We've listed them off in my reverse order on my personal preference for it. But everyone has different opinions. And you want to just be investing in who you think is going to win. Don't let other people influence your decision. These seem like the most likely choices for the challenges that would be included for these players, so I would base your investing logic around this. If you guys do like this kind of video and you find it useful, if you could let me know by dropping a like. If we could aim for 100 likes, that would be absolutely insane. If you guys have any questions at all, drop a comment. I'll always respond to you. And if you're new, if you could subscribe, that would be absolutely amazing as well.